Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this, a 200 watt power inverter specifically designed for our Model Y. I'm really excited to get into this, show you all of its features, and then put it through its paces. We're going to test a whole bunch of different devices to see how well it can supply power to them using both the front and rear sockets in our Tesla Model Y. Let's get into it. So let's unbox this and actually take a look at what it looks like and see if it's actually going to function as a power inverter for our Tesla. So you do open it up, you get some instructions here on how it's actually going to get together and work. It does plug into our 12 volt or 16 volt outlet inside of our Tesla. And in our Model Y, we have one right in the dash, then also one in the rear that we use to power, inflatable pumps, our air mattress pumps, Tesla fridges, things like that. So I'm really curious how well this is going to do in both of those sockets. Let's take a look at the actual device itself. Right off the top, you get two nice regular style outlets on the side here. It looks like you get three USB-A type ports and one USB-C port. So it does kind of actually indicate what those are for. This is a quick charge 3 on this one, and it looks like a 30 watt USB-C discharge port right there. So what's that? 6 devices that you could have plugged in at the same time. And right here, you actually get a nice power switch as well as a readout, I think, of how many watts your device is actually consuming. So this is rated for up to 200 watts. So we're going to try things like a laptop, cell phones, the whole gamut of stuff. We're going to run this through its paces. And I actually want to see if it's loud. It's supposed to have a fan in it, and see if it actually works to charge my laptop, and then some other surprises I have in store. Let's head over to the car. I'm going to show you guys where to put it, and then we'll run it through its paces. Moving over to the car, I have a 2022 Model Y with lots of accessories already kind of plugged into it. As you come down in here inside your center console, you'll actually find the little flap for your outlet, or the outlet we're going to be using for this power inverter. You can kind of see it down in there. So I'm going to set up my camera, and we're actually going to plug this in for the first time together and actually see kind of what happens. So I'm going to use the little included plug it into my center console right here. And right there, it kind of powered up. What this is actually showing you, this 15.7, is the voltage of your Tesla. So your Tesla battery runs at about 16 volts. So about 15.7 is what we're showing now. This little green button, when I push it, you should be able to hear the fan turn on. And this little LED indicator should turn on, letting you know the power inverter is active. There you go. So the green light did turn on. I heard the fan kick on for maybe a second. So it's not taking any draw right now. So obviously it's not going to keep running, but there's an internal fan that'll help keep it nice and cool. So I want to start off by testing out some of these USB outlets on the side, see how they work, and then step up to some of these larger, more appliance style plugs, the 110 volt outlets, see if they make a difference too. So let's start with some of these easy ones on the side. I have no doubt they're going to be able to charge up cell phones, charge things just fine, but let's put them to the test. The first thing I want to see is if this device will actually charge my Wolfbox blower here, one of my actual tools I used to work on my car. So we're going to take the USB-C cord. I'm just going to plug it into one of the outlets on the side here. Let's do that one. And then we'll plug the other end into my little blower. And there you go. The little blower has the indicator lights showing that it's charging. Could you do this with your actual USB-C from your Tesla? Probably, but it's just another option so that you have much more spaces to charge your devices there. I've tried this with different kinds of things, like this would charge your Tesla microphones. Anything you need to power USB-C wise or USB wise would actually work just fine with this. Dash cams, radar detectors, all that good stuff will work just fine with this kind of device. And the fan didn't even kick on. So it's not taking enough draw where that 15.4 volts, it's not doing enough draw to kick on the fan at all right now. So pretty cool so far. Next, I want to actually try one of the 110 volt outlets to see what kind of output they provide and see if they'll charge something that's a little bit more power hungry, like my actual laptop here. So I have my laptop open, it's on, it says battery status 76% remaining. It's not plugged into anything right now. I do have the USB-C cord plugged in over there, and this is the actual plug to my actual Dell laptop. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in. Right now, the battery device says 15.7 on the inverter. So let's give it a try. Plug it in. Okay, I can kind of hear the actual fan kicking in a little bit, and it looks like it's still at that 15.5, 15.4 mark right there. And if I come down to my laptop, yep, there's the fan, it kicked in. So we're down to that 14.8 volts, 15.2. It's working fine. I can hear the fan kicking in. Maybe you can hear that on camera just a little bit. And it says battery status 76% available, plugged in. So it's actually charging. Oh yeah, you can hear it kind of spooling up. It's pretty loud for what it is, but it's not like annoying. So I'm going to get the microphone closer so you can hear it. But that's taking some of the heat and stuff, trying to dissipate it, getting it away from the actual laptop. So nice, a power inverter in your Tesla powering your laptop. Pretty cool. So I don't know if you can hear that, but it is quite loud. The fan in here is actually spinning up, so it is trying to dissipate some of that heat caused by charging a device that takes a significant amount of power. In just a minute, I've gone up to 77% on my laptop, so it's getting plenty of juice to charge it. So it's actually working really nice, maintaining a steady voltage on the display there. As you see, it's working well. I actually want to take this now to the back socket and see if it makes a difference back there with the accessory power that you can get in the rear of your Model Y. And I have a few different devices I want to test out back there. So let's go take a look. All right, so we're actually going to put this thing through its paces in this rear socket here. I have a wide variety of stuff in different scenarios where I could see that you would need some sort of power where you don't actually plug it into your vehicle's cigarette lighter outlet. Most things now, I actually went around my house and tried to find stuff that uses like electricity that's not for heating, right? I'm not going to use a heater. We're not going to use a curling iron. We're not going to use a hair dryer, things like that. They just take too much power. But this stuff should actually work with this inverter. I tried to find things that were under 200 watts of energy. Curious about the crock pot, but I read these take about 100 watts of energy, so we'll see how that works. But for like tailgating, how cool would that be? If you're on a job site and you need some power tools, most tools now are battery powered, right? I have a bunch of DeWalt tools, so they all take the 20-volt batteries. Then I also thought about like a box fan. See exactly how that would work if we're out Tesla camping. If you want to plug a fan in, can you do it with this inverter? And then I want to try a couple of these with an extension cord to see if that makes much of a difference too. Not the biggest extension cord, but let's actually try it. So coming back here, we're going to plug the inverter into the outlet in the back of our Model Y up under this side. Turns on just fine, still reading that 16 volts if you can see that. I know it's sunny back here, but still reading that 16 volts. I'm going to push the button to turn the green on, and I can see it then, and I can hear the fan spool up. So let's try maybe the reciprocating saw first, like a power tool. Will this actually work through this inverter? I don't know. We're going to try it. So I'm going to take my tool. There's no blade in it. I don't want to mess up anything in here. So we're just going to plug this in and see what happens. Okay, it's plugged in. Nothing kicked on. It took a while to spool up, so maybe it's trying to draw that energy from the Tesla. And then I saw the voltage go down to like 13.5. So let's try it again. I'm going to pull the trigger on camera. I'll see what happens. So it's spun up. It does take a while maybe to get all that current into the actual device you're trying to power, but I'm surprised it actually worked. So circular saw, reciprocating saw, if you need power on a job site, this will actually help you out with that in a pinch. Next, let's try the box fan and see actually how that works. That should be even less current, I would think, or less watts than the actual reciprocating saw itself. So let's try this and see if we actually went like Tesla camping and I wanted to put a box fan like out in my tent for my son, if this would actually make a difference. So plug this into the inverter here. It's on, and let's actually try to turn the fan on. Perfect. I see the fan, it's on high, the fan's on high, inverter's working great. Doesn't seem to be any issues at all. It's working fine. It had power right away. I can turn the fan down to low if I want. I'm still reading 15 on the actual device there, so it's working pretty good. Really impressed with that. That could be really useful for a lot of people. If you do camping, tailgating, stuff like that, it works pretty well. All right, the last one I want to actually check is the crock pot. So say if you did go tailgating and you made some dip or something like that and you have it in a crock pot, will this actually keep it warm? I don't think this is strong enough to power, say, like an electric griddle or electric stove or anything like that, but I want to see if it'll actually run a crock pot. So I can usually tell by, right now it's off, if this light will come on. I know it's going to take a while to get hot, but let's actually make a test here and see what happens. So I got it plugged in. Let's see if I can see this light. Yeah, the light actually came on, and I can hear this drop down to 12.6, 12.7, 12.8 volts, but it's actually powering the crock pot. If I go to high, does that make a difference? Oh yeah, you could hear a difference in the fan. It dropped down to 11. Now we're back up to 15 volts. So I can actually see the little light on. If I move the sun, I can actually, see the crock pot going That's really cool. I was surprised that it actually worked for a crock pot, but it is putting out enough juice to warm up the crock pot here. That's kind of cool. So last, I want to see if the extension cord makes any difference when using something like this. So I have this extension cord. I'm going to plug it in here into my device, and then I actually have, oh, this is probably a 20-foot extension cord, something like that. I have the other green end here. We're going to try the box fan, because I think that's probably the most practical use of something like this. So I have the box fan plugged into the extension cord here. Let's see if the box fan turns on. There it goes. I had to turn off the device and turn it back on. But now my box fan turns on just fine. You can see it spinning on the camera. So let's talk about this little device for a second. I'm actually really impressed with what it was able to do. I could see this being really useful for anyone who goes camping in their Tesla, if you like to tailgate, or if you just have a bunch of accessories that you're going to want to charge on the road and you don't have enough ports in your Tesla. It's really nice to have 4 additional USB outlets and the 2 120 volts on the top, something that our Tesla doesn't have natively, which is interesting, right? A lot of ICE cars actually do have 120 volt outlets. I know my Tahoe does, but many cars don't have those. And so it's nice to be able to now include them in your Tesla. I was really surprised. This powered the reciprocating saw. It powered charging like your small devices would be just fine. I actually struggled a little bit going around my house trying to find USB-C powered items that weren't just for charging. Everything's battery powered nowadays, but there are things like a dash cam, or if you have a radar detector and you actually want to plug those in a discreet way, you could actually use this for something like that, like inside your car. But most things that charge via USB-C or USB do exactly that. They're for charging. They don't run on that power natively. So it's nice to have those extra ports for it. Again, I was impressed that this actually ran the circular saw, ran the box fan, and it even ran the crock pot. It turned the little light on the crock pot. How long that will actually work, I'm not sure, but I can do some more testing on that and update in the comments if I actually find anything out. But it's a really cool little device. I'm actually quite impressed that they were able to cram all that functionality and make it specific for our Teslas. So just wrapping up the video, I'm actually quite impressed with this little device from Handshow. I think they put a lot of thought and engineering into it. It does make a lot of sense for its form factor. The fan is a touch loud, so if you are going to run it up here in the front of your Model Y, just know that their little exhaust fan is going to be running to help kind of keep the devices cool as you're charging them. But the ability to charge a laptop in your Tesla, multiple devices at once, really kind of nice. Great functionality in a little device like this. Again, as I said, I got this from Handshow. Right now on their website, you can buy it for about $100. But if you use my discount code right here on the screen, Gamble1080, it knocks 20% right off the top. So $80 for a power inverter specifically made for your Tesla. I think it's a pretty good deal. I could see a lot of people getting value out of this. Tailgaters, campers, mobile office workers, Uber drivers, things like that. You can get a lot of value out of something like this. It'll last a long time. The quality's there, and I think you guys would be happy with it. So if you do shop at Handshow, make sure to use my discount code on the screen, Gamble1080. It really does help out the channel. Whenever you do use my discount code, we do get a small affiliate commission based on the amount of your order. It's no additional cost to you. So we do appreciate that. We get a very small commission if you do use my discount code. So thank you guys for using that. If you're interested in anything else I've done to my Tesla, make sure to check out my Amazon storefront, also down here in the description. I'll have a link to it down there. You can check out ways to customize my Tesla, other things I've reviewed for Amazon. So appreciate you guys checking that out as always. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I think this is a cool device, a little bit different video today, not specifically a Tesla accessory, but I think really neat nonetheless. Feel free to like and subscribe. Lots more cool content coming your way soon. Thanks, guys.